We need to watch out for each other, Freya said. The three of us, properly. Whatever is going on in this building, we stay together and we watch others' backs. Sophia nodded without hesitation. Eli did the same, a small tight nod. And Marcus, Freya said, we need to get Marcus on our side. He's the scholar now, and he's the strongest guy here, if he comes back normal. James laughed and laughed. An hour passed with the slowness of hours in rooms where something is wrong. Freya drank tea she didn't taste. Eli had found a deck of cards and was shuffling them repeatedly without suggesting they play in anything. Sophia had her knees pulled to her chest again and her eyes on the middle distance. The laughter stopped. In the silence, James had turned towards Marcus's door. His grin spread until it showed his back teeth. The door opened. Marcus came out. He was moving differently than he had gone in. There was a directness to it, a narrow purposefulness, and his eyes were already on James. Yes, James said from the floor. His voice was reverent. Yes, do it, Marcus. I am so ready. Marcus crossed the room. What happened next was not a fight. A fight requires another laugh, another, and they turned into sobs. And now my breathing is all wrong, high and wild and fast, and I can't count. They aren't in time with the seconds. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Count to 60. Then again, 60 times. 1 hour has passed. 2 hours has passed. 3, and she said she would come back. But she hasn't, and she didn't, and she won't. But I am still here, breathing and eating and drinking myself, counting and waiting and counting and waiting. Tore through the silence, but something was wrong. She could hear her own voice, but it didn't make sense either. Panic surged through her. Twilight's horn flared to life, and with a sharp crack, she grabbed the gramophone in her magic and hurled it to the floor. The needle scratched off the record. The wooden casing shattered, sending splinters and warped metal flying. Silence crashed down on her, but it was better than that sound. Twilight's gaze remained locked onto the broken gramophone. Her sides heaved like a cornered animal, her eyes trembling. A pain groan broke the silence, snapping her out of her trance. She turned her head. Rarity, wincing, clenched her temples with both hooves. She squeezed her eyes shut, shaking her head, trying to get rid of the ringing in her ears. Slowly, she cracked one eye open, and her gaze met Twilight, like small waterfalls. Sunset fought Sonata off the best she could, but Sonata had built up so much rage over the past few months. It only made her stronger. She pushed Sunset's head back, slamming it against a brick wall as she pushed the knife through her stomach. Sunset screamed weakly as she felt the burning, anguishing pain throughout her entire being. Sonata was smiling manically as Sunset's blood splashed upon her face. Sonata began to quickly stab Sunset more, again and again, blood splattering everywhere. Sunset could hear buzzing and her vision began to blur, and she became aware of how loud the sounds her body made really were. Sonata pulled the knife out of Sunset's stomach and whispered into her ear, "At least you'll always have your friends."